General Hospital's spoiler teases that Colleen's sponsor and John Case will develop feelings for each other, but that won't last too long. Fans know that after the fateful meeting between Colleen and John, they both began to change their mind about the others. They became even closer, and there were many romantic movies. After a period of investigation, many leaks shows that the two may have kissed or gone to bed together. The secret will soon be discovered by Jason Morgan, and Jason also does not want Carly and John to get together. So Jason would try his best to prevent this relationship. That's understandable because Jason sacrificed a lot of Carly. When Jason accepted to become a lackey for the FBI and John, after John threatened to publicize Carly's RICO violation, for that crime, Collie would certainly face a prison sentence, so Jason agreed to work for John so that Collie could be free, and nothing would happen if Collie remained distant from John as before. But after Collie saved John from two unknown attackers, everything changed. Collie and John's relationship becomes more open, and Jason wants to show Collie John's true face. Jason then argued with Collie that John was a bad person and wanted Collie to quickly stay away from John. However, Jason did not know how to prove John's crime, so Jason had to come up with a last resort. Although John and Jason had previously agreed to keep quiet about their dealings with each other, Jason would eventually tell Collie every day about how John had been taking advantage of Jason for a long time because Jason couldn't stand watching the girl Jason protect fall in love with someone who used Collie's violation to force Jason to work. Once Jason said everything, Jason also agreed to confront John. But for Jason, that was not important because Jason needed Collie to stay away from John as much as possible. Jason believed that John had never been to Collie. It's very possible that John is intentionally approaching Collie and looking for useful information related to Sonny Corrento. That's understandable because Jason knows John doesn't like Sonny. Even John's return to town is to put Sonny in jail. So it was almost impossible for Jason to let Collie go to John. When Jason told Collie everything, Jason also had a request. That is, Jason wanted Collie to leave John quietly. Instead of finding John to question him and make things more complicated. That is understandable because when Jason violated the agreement with John, John no longer had any reason to keep silent about Collie violating Rico. By then, John was ready to put Collie in jail to make Collie and Jason pay, so Collie agreed to Jason's demands. Collie then also sent her deep thanks to Jason because Jason had silently helped Collie all this time. At the same time, Collie also wants Jason to stop working for the FBI and John because it's too dangerous. Collie also accepted leaving John after knowing what John did. Meanwhile, John was too immersed in his new love for Collie. Collie's sudden change and distance from John made John suspicious. But for the time being, John did not think about the case that Jason had told Collie the truth about the agreement between John and Jason.